your friends. The party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Hi, everybody.
That was
Hi.
a little phlegmy. Was that like pollen?
Sure.
Pollen phlegm?
It's Thursday. It is June...
Oh, 11th.
No, it is June 11th.
11th.
June 11th. Excuse me. Yeah, it's allergies.
It's a little phlegmy, yeah.
It is June 11th. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from govsradio.com from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in legendary Levittown, New York. The legendary Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, the legendary govsradio.com, the legendary Levittown, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. You're all legendary. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. govsradio.com, our website, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and, of course, we on TV! Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick, all that good stuff, smart TVs, under the Boxcast app. Download your Boxcast app on your smart devices, and you can watch all of govsradio.com shows right there. govsradio.com. Hope everybody's well. Good morning, Jeff Bosey. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Staz. Good morning, Andy Plajanos. Anybody else who's chiming in this morning? Charlie Myers, Danielle Asher. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Good. How's everybody?
Good.
Everybody doing all right?
Yeah, everyone's good. You?
Danielle and Eric yesterday. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed all the shows after us on Tuesday. We haven't seen you since Tuesday. I love Jeff and Rich's show, No Rhyme, No Reason.
Yeah, it was a good one.
They had a good one this week. Rich Walker and Peter Bales, two fantastic comedians with two other guys, showing them how it's done. No, it was a great show. Love No Rhyme, No Reason. And, of course, you had Three's Company last night. Punk Rap, etc. returned last night. Quarantine Life. Quarantine Life did not happen yesterday, right? Who's doing it today? You don't know.
As a matter of fact, I do know.
You do?
Yes, of course I know.
Of course.
I just looked because I had nothing to do about a minute ago. So Rich Rada will be on today, and Andy Plagianos will be on tomorrow.
Nice. That's a good lineup right there.
And Felix is trying to get his COVID show. He's having like a little bit of a technical difficulty because he doesn't have like strong Wi-Fi in his house, and he wants to Zoom with, other chefs around the area and other guests, and he just doesn't seem to have a strong capability for that. So Mike O'Toole is trying to help him tape a show and put it on for COVID. So they're trying to like work all that out. And so hopefully Felix will be on today. If not, the show that he figures out today will be posted, in the next few days or whenever he wants to do that.
And we'd like to let you know that Governor's Comedy Clubs, all 3 Governor's Comedy Clubs, are working hard at putting all the safety precautions together. They're going to open up as soon as they can, and they're working like crazy with social distancing and PPEs and all
PPs?
that. PPs. They're working hard with my PP.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, governors, for working on my
thanks.
PP.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it was long overdue.
Oh, yeah, it was 2 Peter Bales. Did you see that? How?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was.
I don't know what he did. It was
screens.
definitely on. I think Peter just happened to double click or something because we had 2 Peter Bale pictures in the Zoom.
Yeah, we're talking about No Rhyme, No Reason the other night. Hello there, Sean Radford. Hello, Steve Ronson. Thank you guys for watching. Tom Galati is here. Hello, Tom. Yeah, so anyway, Governors is working hard to put all the safety precautions in place. They're going to be taking temperatures. They're going to be wearing masks. They're doing everything. They're going above and beyond, and will hopefully be open soon. I know they're working on it. And, of course, we're supporting local businesses who have been open throughout this whole crazy virus time, such as All Music. They're open Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for appointment for curbside delivery, 516-433-6969. One with Nature, organic tequila. One with Life, organic tequila, or OWL, OWL. One with Life, organic tequila. They are Long Island-based tequila. They've been open. They've been doing deliveries. So look them up and get in touch with them and order some great tequila. And, of course, the Roslyn Social. They're open, and the phone lines are ringing already. We'll get back to the Roslyn Social. Oh, it's this one. Good morning. You're live on the Knockem Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hello, this is Catherine calling in reference to CDC employer guidelines
okay. Hi,
for PPE, personal protective equipment.
Yes.
To ensure proper masks and respirator masks for your employees and customers,
For our employees.
press 1 to speak with a representative.
Oh, should we do that?
Press 5 to be removed from the list. Thank you.
Or should I press 5?
You have questions?
I'm pressing 1. What the hell? Let's
Go
talk
for
to
it.
somebody.
Why not?
Oh, and they hung up. Sons of bitches. All right, so I guess they
Maybe
removed
they felt like you know enough about it.
they removed us from their list for us. I saw Tim Saliani's watching, Tom Galati, Robert Shapiro, Aaron Milos. Good morning, everybody. Andy Plagianos. They work the PPs pretty good over there. Can we request our temperature to be taken anally? I don't want... What? I can't wait till you guys open up. I will fly to New York and come and see a show. Joe Staz, our resident stalker, ladies and gentlemen, wants to come fly up. Joe, I think, wants to come in here and sing. That's what I think is going on.
Well, I think he's talking about seeing a governor show.
Yeah, he's still being a stalker.
You can come in here and be on our show for sure. Like, in the studio when you come to do that. That'd be fun.
And we'll make you sing. Roslyn Social, 1363 Old Northern Boulevard, 516-801-4963. They're available for curbside pickup. They actually opened up yesterday. I guess we can start with that, talking about that today. Check out the Roslyn Social and all these great businesses.
They have a patio on the top of the building, right?
That is correct. They have a rooftop dining area.
That's the place to go.
That is definitely the place to go, and their food there is unbelievably good. So head on over to the Roslyn Social.
What's wrong?
I'm looking. There's an ant on the camera, so
Is there really?
He was heading for the lens.
No way, really? I'll go get him. Where
See
is
him?
he?
See him? You don't see him crawling on the side?
No.
Yep, he's there. Well, if you walk over there, you'll see him. See him? Now he's on top. Oh, now he's still on top. See him? So we're talking about PPs this morning, and Sally's blowing. Sally's blowing ants.
It's so much bigger than I'm used to.
Oh, she said it's so much bigger than she's used to, she said.
Oh, speaking of bugs, remember yesterday?
We're all over the place already today.
Yeah, so like we're outside and like a gnat, but it was like a big gnat.
Was it even a gnat?
I don't know what it was, but
big.
it flew right into your eye, and
Right into my eye.
And you were like immediately like glass hit him. He was like, ah!
I didn't make a sound. I wasn't. Ah! I just went. I was just. Help me! Oh my God! I didn't do anything like that. I just went like this.
But it was like, ah!
It wasn't. Mommy.
So after like a few seconds, I was like, what happened? He's like,
Yeah,
he was
after a few
something to my
seconds, 'cause I
eye.
just kind of went like this, and I
go, do you want me to like look? And he's like, yes. So I look, and this bug is so, it's really, I mean, it's not a big bug compared to, when it's not in your eyeball, but when it's in your eyeball, it's really big. So I'm pulling it out of the bottom of his eyelid.
I hope you guys ate already.
I know.
I actually had to.
No, but it's funny because I had to like catch it. So as I'm pulling it out, I feel like I'm scraping this thing out of his eye. Like it's
You kind of
that
were.
big.
I felt your fingernail on my eye.
It wasn't my fingernail; it was a bug.
Oh.
I was like scraping the bug along, and so because I don't have fingernails, so I get the bug out of his eye, and I'm looking at it, and now it's crawling on my finger. Like he's like, "Is that still alive?" He's like, "No, it's." He's like, "I think it's the wind." I'm like, "No, it's like crawling on my finger." Yeah, it was like it felt like the size of like a sesame seed.
The sesame seed in my eye.
Yeah.
It was, and then my eye felt kind of weird even after, because I could feel him. Like, it's not like if you've ever gotten an ant in your eye or a gnat or something. They're usually so small, you might feel it quickly, but then you don't even feel it leave. Like it's just gone. But this thing, I actually felt like a bump in my eye as I was trying to close my eye.
It was a tad smaller than an ant.
Yeah,
That's how big
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
So you're right. It wasn't a gnat. I don't know what the heck it was. Oh, you should get this ready.
Oh, okay.
Even though, yeah.
Well.
Phone call.
So I'll sing you to sleep after the lovin'.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. And you come in here, you fly all the way from Florida to come in here and you sing Engelbert Humperdinck. I'm throwing you right back out. It'll be a waste of
I
a trip
like
for you.
Engelbert.
Stop
Come
it.
on.
Yeah,
Stop
why
it.
not? There's a lot of feeling in his singing, and in Joe's feeling also.
All right, all right. If you're Engelbert fan, you're probably an Elvis fan too, then, right?
No, don't do
Of course.
Elvis.
Of course I'm an
Yeah.
Elvis fan.
Give me some Elvis.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
All right, I take that back. Let's
Yeah,
go with Engelbert.
We'll stick with the other one.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. Can't complain.
Are things are what phase is Florida in? Are you guys in
Yeah,
phase two?
where in Florida are you again? I forget. Are you on the
We're
East
in
Coast?
Delray Beach.
Where's that? West Coast, right? No, East Coast.
It's not the West Coast, right? No, the East Coast. East Coast.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I did
reading
check on
today that Disney World is opening down there like July 17th. Like, are you guys okay? Because they're like I keep hearing of cases really rising, and now they're like, you know what we could do? Let's open Disney.
Exactly.
You know, it'd be a great idea. Let's open all the amusement parks so people get on planes and come here and touch my face.
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. They opened up Disneyland, but a lot of we have a high rate now.
Yeah, that's
They
what
opened
I
up the
mean.
beaches, and we have like 3,000 people that tested positive after they opened the beaches up.
After the beaches were opened up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they're just mowing on through with opening, and I feel bad for Florida because I don't know the percentage, but I think it's a rather high aged
Yeah.
percentage
Well,
down there that
Keep your Engelbert to yourself and stay down there, pal.
you got it.
yeah, don't get on a plane right now.
Wow. Crazy. So you guys haven't been out? You haven't gone out to eat or anything like that?
No, actually, no. But there's a lot of people doing it. I mean, I don't understand what's going on now over here.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused.
Why would he go out to eat when he has a mother-in-law who feeds him?
And,
Exactly.
And lets him steal her money. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
he's
right. Yeah.
got it going on down there. I wouldn't leave the block.
Well, actually, I'm going to my mother-in-law and having broccoli rabe with sausage she's making.
Wow. Well, safe trip heading. What is it?
2
Next door or
doors down.
across the street? Whatever it is. Safe trip. And that's what for dinner tonight. Broccoli rabe.
Oh, yeah, broccoli rabe and sausage.
Wow, you are spoiled, man. Look at you. You got the life.
Hell yeah. But the trick is I got to play cards.
Yeah, that sounds like a real
I
sacrifice.
bet you take a golf cart to her house.
No, I take my wife's scooter over there.
See?
Wow.
I knew he wasn't walking 2 houses.
No.
All right. Well, enjoy the broccoli rabe, and we'll tell her we said hello as you're stealing her money.
You got it. Take care, guys.
All right, Joe, be good.
Bye, Joe.
You-
Oh, sorry. Cut you off, Joe. Sorry.
Sallie cut Joe off.
I was
Yeah, I like
quick
the
on the
story.
finger.
Yeah. All right, you ready with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the right one?
Yeah. No, you had it right the first time.
Okay, you hesitated, so I questioned myself.
Well, I was choosing not to say anything.
You said something with your eyes.
Be quiet. I don't hear anything.
Oh.
But it's my fault.
Oh, okay.
It's still my fault. There we go.
It's your birthday today.
You talk right over the name.
I know. Sorry.
It's your birthday today.
Minor.
Roll and celebrate.
Rock and roll and celebrate.
Cut the cake. It's your destiny. Wait so share toast with your
Girl.
mates. It's your birthday.
Carol Miner, it was your birthday yesterday. Yesterday?
No, 2 days
Tuesday.
ago. We waited all day
Tuesday.
long for you to pop on, but we didn't see you. So when I saw you just pop on right now, I was like, oh.
So happy birthday to you, Carol Miner, our good friend. She's got great boobies.
She's got to be really
Karen.
old this year, right? Isn't she? Wouldn't she be 50? She's your age?
Is she 50 or 49? I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Mm.
Joan Croupier is watching.
It could have been the big one.
So yeah, happy birthday to you, Carol. Hope you had a great day. Hope your man spoiled you. That wonderful husband of yours.
I like
Mike.
him.
Good boy. So so the restaurants are opening back up. I am a little worried because
Why?
there is a spike. Some states who have opened up already are seeing some cases come back. So hopefully everybody's doing okay. But we are excited. It's the start of the summer. It's outdoors. People want to do things.
Do you have to burp and get it all out
I
of your
did. I just
system?
kind of.
You looked a little verklempt
Yep. It came
in
up and
there.
it's already gone.
I kind of feel like New Yorkers, since we were so clobbered with this virus, I would hope that we're doing it right. You know what I mean? Not to bring it to AIDS, but there's some.
Did you say AIDS?
Yeah, there's some places that were particularly hit hard with AIDS that back in the day, not having to say
What
a
year was that, Sallie?
We don't have to say a year. Everyone knows it's back in the day.
Your version of back in the day is different from a 30-year-old back in the day.
My idea of back in the day is any time after yesterday. So, and before, just when I was born, that whole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that's not back in the day for a 30-year-old. It's not back in the day for a 75-year-old.
Why wouldn't it be back in the day? Why wouldn't it work for everyone? It means 20, 30,
Because back in your
40
day
years
was
ago.
not back in someone else's day.
1980. How about 80? When did AIDS start?
Yeah, early 80s.
Yeah, trying to think. But you know what? I was getting to is New Yorkers. We really California, New York. We really kind of got hit hard. So we right away figured out how to handle this virus. So I wonder if just because if we're opening our restaurants and patios, maybe we won't have the spike. Here's a spider. What's going on?
The hell's going on around here today?
Ooh.
We're gonna get bit.
It looked about the size of the ant. I wonder if it it's still on me. Look. It's
Get
on my
away
hand.
from me.
All right, come here, little spider.
Carol Miner got a new car for her 49th birthday.
It had to have been the 50.
No, she said 49.
Really?
And she got a new car. Well, imagine what you're going to get for your 50th.
You must have been like one of the babies in your class, 49, because everyone else in your grade is 50.
And Carol wasn't in my class.
Oh, I thought she was.
See, because
She
you
was a
don't
year
pay attention.
younger?
You don't pay attention to years. If you paid attention to years, you would know these things. Apologize to Carol for not paying attention. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Carol, I am so sorry. I got the year wrong. I did not listen to Tony like he says I never do, and I should. And happy birthday. I'll be better. You were right. I'm wrong. You're good. I'm bad.
You two need to hug.
Happy birthday.
That was well done. Everybody wish Carol a happy birthday. Wow, a new car. Wow. Holy moly. You must have been really good to Mike.
And she can't even well, it's kind of, she can't even fill up the tank probably more than once every 6 months. Because you probably fill your tank more than I do. It's been 3 weeks since I've gotten gas in my car.
Tony must be glad that barbershops are open. Jeff Bosey. What's Ken Bichel talking about? 1993, 1995? Is he talking about AIDS? Ken, I think you're a little off there.
Yeah.
Robert Reed died in the late 80s. Freddie Mercury died in 1991.
Maybe that's when Ken got AIDS. He's just talking about himself.
Goodness.
And, he's not sure because it was two different lovers.
I think the spider bit Sallie. I think that's what's going on here.
There's a lot of bugs in my life right now. Charles Goonan's watching.
Hello, Charles Goonan. Yeah, Ken, I think you're 10 years too late there. I'm thinking 82 to 85, I think was when it...
Is Ken young?
No, that's a different guy. Ken Young.
How old is Ken?
How old do you think he is?
I don't know. Maybe 45? I have no idea.
Yeah, he looks like he's our age somewhere, in mid
But
to
I was
late
thinking
40s.
maybe he's younger.
I don't know.
Oh, Andrew. Wait, let me get my Hicksville notebook out.
Get out that Hicksville notebook, and we'll call Elio. Back in the day, we said, back in the day, says Charles. It's okay, says Carol. Boobies. See, Carol, you and Sallie need to hug. I would pay for Carol to take a flight up here for that.
There's something so wrong with you.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
Andy agrees, and Jeff agrees,
No.
and Charles definitely agrees.
No.
Charles talks about nothing but porn since his...
Yeah, but he doesn't
COVID
talk
started.
about friends kissing each other for no reason.
I'll get him on the phone. I'm sure he will.
When you start making out with your guy friends, we'll talk.
I was young and needed the money. So all the restaurants are open or starting to open. Has anybody been out? Anybody watching, listening, hanging out? What?
No, I was going to say, here's one of the things that I'm concerned about. Because, all right, for example, Governors. We have this great place here. There's 2 other locations. But they're building outdoor things just to kind of get us through this time, which I think is great. But then I was reading on I was reading about Starbucks, and Starbucks is closing 400 stores, and some of them they're going to turn into drive-in. Some of them they're just going to create new buildings that are just drive-through only. And if they're spending that much money on a virus that might go away within the next year, why are they doing that? It worries me.
Well-
Do they know something we don't know, that this is always going to be the way it is? I'm always going to have to walk in a Stop and Shop with a mask on my face. Is there something I don't get?
Well, no, I think a couple of things. First off, I think you're right. I think all the restaurant owners have a secret club with scientists, and they know that COVID's not going away, and there's other viruses coming, and we just have to wear masks for the rest of our lives.
And then what else do you think?
I think that it's not just a COVID thing. I think this social distancing and these masks and all this craziness is going to be the norm for a little while, even after the vaccine comes. Because people aren't going to want to take the chance of getting something else or getting sick or getting this, getting that. You're going to have people that won't take the vaccine. And I don't like it personally, but I do think it's going to be the norm for a little while. And then we're slowly going to get back to the way things were. So the outdoor events, I think, are going to be kind of sticking around for a while.
For a
Plus,
little bit.
even when things get back to normal, it's just it could just be something else that they offer.
Yeah.
Come inside, and for Governors in particular, if they do open it up outside, just using Governors as an example, You can have they have the little rooms. You have 2 different shows going on in the main club and the little room. Now they can offer something outside too. During the nicer.
But that's
nice
what I
weather.
think is totally appropriate and great. Like that's exactly what I would do. Like if I own this building, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
What I don't get is places like Starbucks that are right now spending millions and millions and millions of dollars to kind of be this way all the time. Like, did they find? You always have to follow the money. So, did Starbucks find that they could have less staff and make the same amount of money with just a drive-through window and workers working without having to like smile at people behind them? Like less staff with people in the building, and they're making more money. Like, are they saying, "Wow, you know what? Hands down, it's a better business to run it this way"?
There are. I was reading up on how things went yesterday with restaurants opening up here on Long Island and in parts of New York. And, it's just outside dining. But there were some restaurants that kept it as curbside pickup. But so it gets delivered to them outside, curbside, but they had tables and chairs set up outside. So basically you pick it up and you get it. But so basically there's no wait staff.
Yeah.
Which I can understand that right now. You're just starting to open up. You're trying to see how things are going, but that's something that bothers me too. That this is, in my opinion, there's going to be some corporations, some businesses that's going to use this as an excuse to lay people off. Which is why I applaud Governor Cuomo for telling these businesses, you want government help, you want government funding to get back on your feet. You have to bring back all of your employees. You can't lay off a single one. Which, say what you will about Cuomo, but that alone by itself is fantastic, and hopefully it
and
goes
lay off
that
if
way.
you need to, if you need to change up your business, but like don't ask for government money if you're going to do that, and then the government has to pay unemployment for the people you laid off.
And
I think that was his point.
You mentioned Starbucks. Does Starbucks really need to spend millions or change things that much? Did they really lose? I see. That's what makes me mad about CEOs: how much money they take, and how little they give back. There should have been, not that we saw this coming, not that we should have had millions stashed away to save your business in case a virus ever comes, but at the same time, take care of your people.
Right, but like Starbucks is one of those companies that is known as a happy place to work. They're great with health insurance. They'll send you to college. They're actually one of the companies that doesn't try to screw their employees. That's what I'm wondering. Is this going to be the new way? And I was also not to always keep bringing up the hugging versus the handshaking, but they are saying that hugging isn't that big of a deal, but handshaking is bad. Oh, I want to read this. This is funny. Unless you got something, this is totally funny.
I don't understand, though. I mean, you're touching somebody either way, so what's the difference?
So I'm reading, and I'm not kidding. I'm reading. I actually had to scroll up to make sure. I'm like, am I on the right page? I'm reading the New York Post.
Well, that's part of your problem right there.
Why? What's your problem with the Post?
They're like this much above the National Enquirer.
Okay, then that makes sense. All right, then I take it all back. Because I'm reading about it. I'm reading about different articles, and they're all really good articles on virologists.
Virologists. Is that a word? I've never heard that word.
Virologists.
Okay.
Okay.
Doctors.
No, people who study viruses.
It's not a doctor or a
I
scientist?
guess. Who knows?
Okay. Not me, apparently, since I never heard that word.
But also, right in the middle of this, normal science article, it says, Swiss sex workers. I'm like, what?
Swiss sex workers?
Swiss sex workers suggest, I'm not kidding this. Well, now that you're telling me that it's
keep going.
Just a little above the Enquirer, then it's not as funny as I thought it was. I thought it was something like Newsday or something.
All right. I don't know why you didn't start the show with this. This is important information. What did they have to say? And then read that and then find out what a Swiss sex worker is and find out how we can get that job.
The Swiss people. Swiss sex workers suggest doggy style and reverse cowgirl to slow the spread of the virus. This is right in the middle of whether you should hug or shake hands.
All right, well, now I'm just getting mad because I've never heard a reverse cowgirl, and now I feel like I've been missing out on
I'm
something.
so glad you said that. I thought you were going to make fun of me. Like, I actually hesitated because I was going to follow it up with, and I don't even know what one of those do.
Look up. Now, was that the whole thing you needed to
I
read?
just figured you knew. Yeah.
All right, look up Swiss sex workers. I want to know what they do and who are they, and if they branch out into the U.S., like
it means,
Long Island specifically.
I mean, prostitutes from. Like,
oh, is that what that means?
Yeah, sex worker. I knew what sex worker was. I didn't know what a reverse a reverse cowgirl.
The New York Post was doing an article on the virus, and they decided to just call up some random prostitutes in the Swiss to ask them how they have been avoiding the virus.
Yeah.
Why the Swiss? So why didn't they just look out their window?
Maybe because it's legal there or something. I don't know.
Is it legal there?
Maybe they can't ask prostitutes in New York because they'll get arrested. I don't know.
I want to know what reverse cowgirl is.
Guggen to call in and tell
I'm going to
us
go
what
back
a
and
reverse cowgirl is.
I'm going to read some comments because Charles was chiming in.
I'll look up reverse cowgirl.
Going back a little bit, Gina Conjemi-Coffin, first AIDS case was recognized in 1981, but the person had it since 1980, and it was in the U.S. Other people saying 1980. Hello, Lisa Espinoza. Nice to see you. Carol says she's a good wife. Some people saying happy birthday to Carol. Hello, Ken Friedberg. Charles Goonan, girls kissing girls is always welcomed. That's science, he says.
No.
He's absolutely right about that.
No.
Joe Staz has his
Apparently, we're the only ones
ready.
who do not know what reverse cowgirl is because I just said, I looked up something that said why reverse cowgirl is the best. So he just assumes everyone knows.
Tina Candidan is watching. Hello, Tina. Joan Krupe Asher, they're trying to get more people to continue to work from home. It will save companies loads of money. It's happening. That's a shame, though. You know, I just hope it. I hope it doesn't set a precedent where people are, losing money. You know, I'm not that desperate enough to do comedy in February in a snowstorm yet, so they better get this COVID thing under control. Says Jeff.
I couldn't find what it was, so I just hit images.
Oh, that's what a reverse cowgirl is.
Yeah, it's. Can I show it? Probably not, right?
Well, it's not.
It's just a cartoon.
Yeah, but you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Did you not hear the phone ring?
Yep, I thought it was on already.
Happy birthday with your new car.
Thank you so much.
My goodness. So
you're going to get a city for your next birthday. What was your Carol Meyer Lane. They'll name a street after you. Yeah.
Well, I would only hope so. I think I deserve it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wow. So Minorland. I like that. Or Caroland. What do you prefer?
I was going to say Minorland. That's kind of like everybody gets like a miner's hat, with a light, and all the lights are dark.
And it does sound like something a pedophile would like, too.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
I was kind of, I'm just saying that's maybe not the best, but okay.
Boobyland. You and Sallie are the mayors. Boobyland.
I do that for Sallie because she gets so annoyed, and I can understand, but I think it's funny.
He never ever stops. Like, it's so weird. Like, and I'll do that to like him. Like, he's got a friend like Sal, and I'm like, if you're standing next to Sal, do you all of a sudden get too close and just can't resist and start like tonguing each other? And he's like, ooh, gross. I'm like, well, then leave me alone when I'm standing with my friends.
Exactly.
It's so weird.
It's almost like those inner thoughts that you don't let out, Tony.
It's just like shove them down deep inside.
Well,
like just,
all right. Well, while I disagree, that is a beautiful thing, and you and Carol should be kissing.
You and
but that's not the issue here. We're talking about boobies. I'm not talking about you guys making. I'm talking about sharing these beautiful love bags that God gave you.
Right.
See, and Carol agrees. So you hear it? She said right.
So, I'm all about the boobies.
Nice. Are you really? How so? Give us an example of how you're all
How
about the boobies.
so? Listen, I can't get away from them. Every time I look at my feet, they're there. So, because I can't see my feet anymore because they're there.
Right. Yes, and I need to specify. They're blocking you from seeing your feet. You're not looking down and seeing your boobies touching your feet. You're not 180 years old.
It depends on the day.
I'm going to disagree and say your boobies are beautiful.
I think my boobies like stand up better now that I don't wear a bra in COVID much anymore. I think
I know. It's kind of crazy. It's like getting dressed up. I had to go out to the doctor's, and it was like that. I came out, and Zach was like, "Mom, you look really nice. Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going to the doctors. I just put a bra on and jeans instead of my leggings and walking around with no bra
He's like,
and a t-shirt.
wow.
He's
Are
like,
you going
wow.
to a wedding?
I know, it
looks
was so amazing.
pretty.
And I have to tell you, I couldn't wait to get back home to take it off.
Right.
Yeah,
This is
baby.
bad.
Yeah.
This is really bad. I mean, it's going to be like the 70s revolution again. No one wearing a bra. We're all burning them because we've gone so long without them.
Burn them and go around topless. That's what I say.
Yeah, you
Listen, I can tie mine around my head and make a bow. So really,
You can tie your boobies around your head and make a bow?
just about. You know, when you lay down and you have to get them out from under your armpits when you're 49.
you didn't do that a week ago, but just
Yeah,
not
right.
now.
It was all of a sudden,
It happened overnight. As soon as I hit 49, that was it.
Just
So what kind of car did you get?
I got a Subaru Ascent. I know, it sounds so fancy, right? I'm so fancy. It's a
Subarus
Subaru.
are great. They last forever.
Yeah.
It's the first one I've ever had, so I'm kind of excited. And, you know, I mean, Mike is 6'3", I'm 5'1", so it's very difficult to get a car that we can both drive. So, but it's beautiful, and I love it, and it's not because it was my birthday, but it wound up being part of my birthday because our lease is up on the Infinity.
Well,
But he let me pick the car,
nice.
color, everything I wanted.
Okay,
So
good.
that was a good thing. So I
That
wanted to
counts.
thank you guys for the wishes. I really
Oh,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
All
Absolutely.
Tuesday, we were like, we don't see her name.
Yeah, we were waiting.
Because
What-
he was going to
Oh.
start it in the beginning of the show. I'm like,
Well, they were celebrating.
We'll wait because,
Yes.
you know, maybe she'll pop on and she isn't on right there. And
They
then
were
we're
in,
like, oh, man.
they were celebrating in the back seat of the
Oh,
new
were
car.
you? Were you like
Of the new
doing it in
car?
a Subaru?
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband actually, he took an admin day. He was very busy actually because, you know, with ventilators
Right.
and parts and trying to get batteries for ones, and so he wound up working from home that day. But it's like I had people coming by my house. I had delivery after delivery. It was like nonstop here, and we actually went out to dinner at a restaurant, which is pretty huge because I'm really nervous, like you guys are talking about, and I have a friend that owns a small place, and like you were just saying, that's why I was calling, is that he's running and making more money even though he can't bring everybody back because everything's still takeout. So that's it's scary because if there are people who are profiting and making a profit with less staff, that's, you know, like
Right,
how do you
exactly.
go back?
Yeah,
Right.
because
You know?
payroll's the most, and it's also the biggest headache, you know?
Right, and but I will tell you, I got a phone call the other day, and we have a connection with the Mavericks, Mark Cuban, and they help us out for Special Olympics and special ticketing prices, and just before this happened, I don't know if you remember, the kids were able to go down the tunnel, high-five the guys coming out. It was great.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And so I actually got a phone call yesterday from the Mavericks, and they were calling to see how our kids were doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There was no push, you know, come back, or, you know, we miss you.
No.
You know, it was just how are the
Just
kids.
checking in.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's the group coordinator for the large groups when you get tickets and of the Maverick staff. And she's like, hey, this is Brianna from Mavericks. So I was like, hi, and I'm waiting like, hey, you want to buy tickets for next year is what I'm
Right,
thinking.
Yeah.
And I said, is everything all right? Like, the check cleared a long time ago, girlfriend. And she said that we are just calling our fans, and we especially wanted to call you guys to check on the kids and how you guys are doing.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's nice.
That's fantastic.
I know. I was really, it really took me back. I started to cry. I'm a crier. So it kind of, I started everything. I'm like,
Mark
thank
Cuban
you
made
so
you
much.
cry.
It did. It really, because, our kids are having a hard time. So
Yeah.
with Special Olympics, as you know, Tony, they don't know. I mean, right now, even for us, they've canceled fall games.
Right. Yeah. It's been tough. My daughter, she plays basketball, bowling, baseball. All of it's been canceled. She goes to a special needs summer camp, which we haven't received official word yet, but I'd be surprised if it happened. And that they don't fully understand what is going on here. And then when I do take when I've suggested a drive-by for something with my daughter, she gets nervous about even doing that. So they can't fully grasp, and their routine is all messed up. Yeah, they have a hard time with it.
Yeah, it's tough. I think it's tough on all our kids. I mean, this is, for us, because I'm on the management team and I'm also an advocate for the area, so a lot of us are talking, like you were saying, Sallie, like, what's the new norm for our kids?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of scary to think about what the new norm looks like masks will always be in place. And it was kind of funny because, we have open conversations in the house, and it's always around the dinner table because it seems like, when food's around, everybody's a little bit more comfortable.
Right.
You don't have to look at each other. You don't feel like you're getting a lecture. So when we were just kind of talking about the temperature of society right now with the kids, and Zach was having a little bit of a hard time. It's very anxious about this. Yeah. And so we went to his therapist, and because I said, maybe I'm not describing it right. I don't always have the correct way to handle it, because I'm also his mom. So when you're on the parent side, it's hard to do all that as well and get it through instead of just being, oh, Mom, kind of thing. Right. So his therapist gave a really good analysis of what's going on to Zach, and I was like, I'm stealing this and I'm spreading it. And she's like, it's okay. And she said, well, he likes most of the kids from 14 to the early 20s, even later 20s, like Stranger Things. So she described it like being in the upside down for them, where you're in an almost alternate universe where things are different and it's a little scary. And eventually we'll get back to that line where we're going to the regular side of the world. But once you go to the other side, it wasn't always the same.
Right.
Things had changed. And so I was like, oh, my God. This was for me, listen, I was mind blown. Whew, okay, that's great. See, this is why I go to people and I get their opinion and try to because all the kids, special needs or not, there's I'm walking around and I'm ready to pop somebody just because I'm they come up to me, it's hey, it's get away. Wow. It's and I have to do, and I'm doing clients, I'm doing their hair, so it's scary. I got a mask on, I'm kind of you set your distance. I got Lysol spray and everything else. I tell Mike all the time, can you bring me a hazmat suit from the hospital? And
do you have people when you're doing people's hair? Do you wash their hair for them, or do you have them come with their hair already washed?
It has to be already washed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not risking.
Yeah, and we were
that.
just being quiet with your Stranger Things because it's so interesting. Really, I had to sit with it for a second. It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, well, and so, because it gives a visual, and a lot of our kids are visual learners and thinkers, and how they could kind of get things together. It has to be a visual thing. So she drew it, and it was great, and especially Zach being an artist, he definitely got it. So it was just really cool. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and through all this, you guys have still been going in, and I don't know if anybody said it, but you guys are great, and thank you so much, because you guys have really, I know, Sallie, you keep saying, well, I had it already, so. But you guys keep going in there and doing what you do and trying to entertain everybody during this time. Kudos to you, and I want to thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks, Carol. That's very nice.
Thanks, Carol.
So
wow.
it's really, it's a very difficult time, and just going out and doing it and showing up every day, that takes it's a lot. And I don't, I just hope people have told you that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks. Because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff too that have to be done. So it is.
Yeah. And they have. So there's been a few people that have been nice enough to say that to us. And, but yeah, it's really, but I have no problem admitting it's a little self-serving, because it's been keeping our own routine going, so it's for our own sanity too,
Yeah, but no matter what the reasoning is, you're still doing it, right?
Absolutely.
We know you're a selfish prick, Tony, but we love you anyway. It was so funny when Sallie asked the other day, she's like, how long have you known Carol? And he's like, forever. And I'm like, I was thinking, can I remember a time that Tony Walker wasn't in my life? And I'm like, No, because we used to hang out with Dave Gonzalez. Do you remember?
Yeah, of course.
At Levittown Pool?
Yeah, every summer. Yeah, the Levittown Pool is the place to be, right?
That's not the Gonzalez brothers, right?
Yeah, Dave and Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave and Joe Gonzalez.
Okay.
Well, Joe was dating Joanna Rivera.
Right. Yes.
And we all used to hang out because it was so stupid that you couldn't go in the pool if you weren't a certain age and you had to have the key. It was so dumb. But we used to hang outside. I don't know if you remember this.
Uh-oh.
We used to hang out. There was a bunch of us, and we always hung out in the grass, like between Levittown Hall and the pool. There was always the grassy area and stuff. I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. So.
I remember that, yeah.
And we somehow, I think it was David, because he was so funny. Dave, because he was a little ditzy. Right? See, you're laughing because you know it's true. So Dave was always, like, he was so sweet, but he was a little ditzy. And he did this thing. Remember when we used to choke, like you did that hold on somebody and they passed out? Do you remember that?
Like George Floyd? I don't understand.
No, not
Oh my
no.
God.
It was like It was like how you stop the blood. Like it was just around your head, or so. I don't know. He did it, and we all started doing it. And every one of us that wound up like passing out and falling on the floor. We all were playing guitar as we were passed out. Like our hand was going like playing guitar. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, oh.
We didn't do this at Woodland Avenue. I just want everyone to know that.
Wait, so you're saying we played guitar and then made ourselves pass out while playing guitar?
No, it just was like a motion that happened when we passed out. Like we would do it to each other, which is the stupidest. This is what I'm saying. Growing up in Hicksville, it makes your mind a little crazy. So that's what we did. I swear to God. See, I have a memory, unlike most people. So I have a photographic memory. It's kind of like when we walked into the diner. What happened when we walked into the diner that one night? Who screamed out something?
Oh, I forgot about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we walked into a diner and someone said, well, someone owns this. You know, they all own the diners now, like out loud in front of everybody as no one was in the diner at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. And we're like, oh, this is great. They're all going to spit in our food. So it was a night after Crossroads. So
yeah. But I'm still in shock over this passing out thing. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Oh yeah. It was just a way to pass the time, I guess. Rather than it was probably because one of the Gonzalez parents were home. We couldn't go in the house and hang out.
Well, they were the place to be because their parents were never home.
Exactly. It was great. So that's why I was thinking, like, I don't remember. I even remember going in the sumps. We used to go into the sump, sneak in, even when it wasn't even snowing.
Oh, yeah. That was a regular thing.
People don't know what a sump is, just so you know.
People don't know what a sump is?
Yeah. I had, like, whenever I've lived off of Long Island, I'm like, to go, like, sledding at the sump. They're like, what?
Really?
Do they not have sumps?
No.
Carol, do you have sumps in Texas?
I actually had to make my sister call my friend in California once and say, yeah, there is such thing as a sump. Because I couldn't explain it, like sump. How
do you even explain it? How did you explain it?
I just thought it was like this, like large, vast hole in the ground that could probably be for flooding. Maybe some like tunneling of water. That was my best guess. But as I'm defending myself saying the word sump, it's sounding stupid to me. So I'm starting to question myself. I'm like, no, the sump. The sump. And I'm like, Sally, is sump a word?
Exactly.
So
am I making something up?
I'm like, Lori, where did we go sledding? She's like, at the sump. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Well,
yeah, because it just sounds like it's missing a consonant or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're definitely painting a great picture of Hicksville right now, as I tell you from where I live.
It's a great place.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
a great place to grow up. I tell you, I wouldn't trade my memories for anything in the world.
I wouldn't trade out passing out for the world.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
One of our buddies here, Andy Plajanos, he actually says he did that too in his childhood. You double over, hyperventilate yourself, stand up straight quickly, then someone else puts pressure on your carotid arteries, chokehold until you pass out.
And none of these people you're hanging around with know how to bring you back to life, I'm sure.
So what? So, you would just pass out, and then 5 minutes later we'd wake back up?
Not even 5 minutes. It was like it was less than a minute. You just kind of lose consciousness, and then we'd all wake up and like, hey, yeah. It was like, and then we'd ask somebody to do it to us, which is really like, how bright are we?
Well, again, that Hicksville education. So
I tell you, it's top notch. I love it.
wow.
Well, it's like, listen, growing up, living here in Texas for over 15 years, anytime someone says, well, where are you from? And I go, New York. Well, they go, of course you're from New York. We can tell,
Right.
you know, and they're like, where in New York? I'm like, Long Island. They're like, well, where in Long Island? Nassau County. Because as soon as I say Hicksville, they go, Hicksville.
Right. They think you're making fun of them.
I always try to like stay away from the word too. I'm like, it's from John Hicks. He's a composer.
I know, when you have to explain yourself about the name of your hometown,
Right.
it's kind of like, okay, we've gone way past. This is not even like that's why and people who are from New York, so they're like, oh, well, where? Well, where? They want to, and they're like, Nassau County. Okay, well, where in Nassau County? I'm like,
At least we're not from like Box Spring. You know, like there's like a lot of names that I like. Hicksville's better than a lot of them.
And then
well, some of them that are in Texas, I don't really, because then, you know, I mean, well, I'm outside of Dallas, so I'll just say Plainview, so it's easier. They're like, Plainview. Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Well, you do like Billy Joel does. He usually says Levittown.
Yeah, well, see, that pisses me off,
That
and I'm a
pisses me
huge
off, too.
Billy fan. And that's really one of the kickers. I don't like that. So
I don't like that either.
it's like, just come. I mean, he's proud to say Hicksville, but it's like his house is all right. You're near the border of Levittown, but it's still Hicksville.
Right. He.
I mean,
yeah. I actually. Someone actually asked him once why he does that, and he said for that reason. If he's
it's
talking
the
to
same
somebody,
reason.
you know, in a different part of the country, they're not going to even know Nassau County, let alone Hicksville. So he claims that he's going with the historical
He just
sense
doesn't
of
wanna
how
have
Abe Levitt was building all those houses in that area. So he's trying to give people an idea of, you know, that's how he kind of sets the geographical area of where he actually came up.
okay, well, I still think it's bullshit.
I don't
but
like
anyway.
it either.
It doesn't bother me because it's like otherwise all the conversation is about the word Hicksville, so I could see why he doesn't
All right,
want
so
to do it.
Yeah, I get it.
Andy Plagano says it was a cheap high. You would have to do it against the wall so you don't fall and crack your skull. So is that what it was? It was a cheap high?
Yeah, because you get it like it was a euphoric feeling, kind of like falling into it, and then you get up and you feel all refreshed and ready to go.
Maybe this is why Andy's the guy, and this happened I don't know, 6 months ago. He's driving along in his car, and he's like, you know, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like most people would pull over.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Call 911 and have an ambulance take them safely to the hospital. He's like, what hospital should I drive myself to?
Yeah.
So maybe he was just like used to it. Maybe he's like, this kind of reminds me when I was 13 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, see, I'm glad that Andy. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andy.
Andy's doing quarantine life tomorrow.
Well, he also says
What?
a sump is a drainage ditch.
Yeah,
Drainage
so-
ditch.
Yes.
They
Drainage.
have them on the side of roads in other parts of the country too. By the way, he says.
But do they call
He's-
it the sump? They don't call it the
Well,
sump.
yeah, it's
it's
such
just
a-
a draining. Everyone has drainage.
Yeah, it's such
but they
a,
don't
like-
call it the sump.
It's such a it sounds dirty.
What's
sump.
it- what's it
That's
short
a
for?
sump. I don't think it's short for anything. Is
Sump.
it? Sumpage.
Sumpage.
Trying to figure
Sumpalicious.
it out. It's got to be something.
I don't think.
It's a sumpage.
It's got to be something.
Oh my God, too much. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't want to disturb the show. I just wanted to
Never.
call in and say thank you to you
Never.
guys.
Birthday.
Thank you for the wishes.
Thank
I
you,
really
Carol.
appreciate
Yeah, happy
it.
birthday and congrats on the new
Thanks.
car. Enjoy it.
Yes,
Carol.
thank you. Her name's Lucy. You should appreciate that. Zach named her Lucy because of the emblem has the stars on Subaru.
There you go, Lucy in the
So
sky.
Very
yes.
nice.
Nice.
So
I love
see,
that.
I love that my kid's smarter than me.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes. Well, most people are smarter than me, so I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Me too. Right there, Hicksville. Yay, Hicksville.
Thanks, Carol. Have enjoyed
All
the
right,
car.
love you guys.
You
Take
too,
care.
baby.
Be well. Okay.
You too.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
hon. Bye bye.
Carol Miner, ladies and gentlemen, birthday girl.
That was fun.
Mark White's asking, where in Texas is this girl living? She's just outside of Dallas, Mark, which is nowhere near Mark, right? Houston's not
He's
near
in
Dallas?
Houston or around Houston.
Yeah, but Houston and Dallas aren't
No,
close,
they're
right?
not that close now.
Right.
Texas is a big place.
Good morning, Jack. Captain Jack is watching. Yeah, we used to hang out in the sump all the time. From where I lived in my grandmother's house, you can actually see 3 sumps from my grandmother's
Oh
house.
wow, you had a choice. I wonder which one I went to. I know exactly where it is, but I don't even know that I could. Where would I walk from my house to that to a sump?
From your part of Hicksville? Yeah, I can't. I think
And
I just seem to
would,
remember.
I would definitely walk because there's no way my
All right,
parents
put that thing on.
were driving
Put
me.
that thing on. Please explain why girls kissing girls is a natural thing.
Dear Lord,
First of all, it's the greatest thing. First of all.
why?
Because girls are beautiful.
Because it's the greatest. I don't know. Because blood rushes to my member and I get lightheaded. What do you want from me? Okay, I can't help that. By the way, I'm walking in the park saying this stuff out loud. I just want to point that out.
All I know is that if I'm standing near a friend of mine, I could tell within like 20 minutes, Tony's probably thought 3 times, I wonder if they're going to kiss. Now, and then, if he's standing there with his friend, I can't even imagine saying, gee, I wonder if he's just going to start making out with that guy.
If you get 2 girls to kiss, get 2 girls to kiss while hanging out in the park right now from all this conversation, you will be my hero forever.
Yeah, the only thing is they're kissing with masks, so it's not the same.
Yeah,
it's just not the same. It's like sex with condoms. Who does that? Who does that shit? I just said that out loud, and kids are walking by playing with it. Anyway, but I really called up because I was surprised that you guys didn't know what reverse cowgirl was.
I had to look it up, and even
you had to look it up.
So I Googled it, right? I just Googled it, and
you
they won't
Googled
explain. It's almost like I was asking, what is a blanket? Like no one explained it. They just all assumed that everyone knew what it was.
Well, do you know what cowgirl is?
Yeah, but no. And then so what I did was I actually typed in reverse cowgirl, and then I hit image, and a cartoon came up.
We knew the position. We
So
just didn't know
now
that. We just didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh, you never knew that terminology.
Correct.
That's what you say.
Correct.
Reverse cowgirl is like reverse racism.
So cowgirl is just being on top?
Yeah, cowgirl is just being on top. You don't have to wear a hat or have a lasso because I'm caught already. You don't have to lasso me, you know. But
you already said yes.
Right, and it just turned around so she could watch the TV while everything's still going on.
Oh, watching TV. So I'm thinking cool stuff like she's watching in a mirror or something. You're making it real.
On.
Yeah,
hee-haws on TV. You gotta watch it when hee-haws on. Yeah. So and showing boobies is good for kissing girls is good. Showing boobies is good for girls too. Fat men not so much. But all that is good. It's actually scientifically proven. Right. I think Dr. Fauci said that the other day. He said, "Please show your titties." And he was talking to Trump, but that was different. You know? He was talking to Trump at the time, but that's different.
My boobs are huge.
Yeah, they're the greatest boobs of all time. They're orange. But, yeah, no, I was just surprised that you guys didn't know what reverse cowgirl is. Okay, let's go through some terminology and make sure you know it.
I know.
Erection. Erection. Do you know what that is?
I do.
Erection.
Yes.
I'm saying it loud in Marine Park. Everybody, erection. Erection.
Yes.
You understand what? Okay, that's
in
when
November.
That's when midgets do chin-ups off of your erection. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I just thought I'd throw in midgets so I could offend more people. But okay, let's
just
see.
In case the children are actually just dwarfs.
Charles is gonna get arrested.
Yeah, and I'm not wearing my mask, so this is going everywhere.
Man, everyone hates you right now.
I don't wear a mask until I have a cape and an insignia on my chest. That's when I actually have the mask. Just I have it down right now.
Yeah.
But what'd you call it? But you're following me?
Yeah.
So, what'd you call it? Ejaculation. You know what that means? You don't know what that... Hey, you know the funny thing about the word ejaculation?
No.
Is that it doesn't really mean necessarily... It doesn't necessarily mean, the sexual thing. It can mean just like blurting out something vocally.
Really?
Yeah, so like if you read old books, like The Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain...
Right.
And you'll hear like there's this character in it who's like crazy and talks to himself, and it says, and he just stood in the corner ejaculating to himself, and that always made me laugh because I didn't think he was talking to himself. Because ejaculation can mean like going, blah, blah, but I thought it was just in the corner going, oh God, oh this is the greatest, oh I can't hold it in anymore, oh get a mop.
So Tourette's is basically the same as ejaculation.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if you got startled and went, "Bruh," that would be an ejaculation.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
but technically speaking, but it's just like the word gay. It has more than one meaning, but everybody has culturally it has one meaning now.
Right.
So there you go.
So
there you go. I like to add a little education to the show.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
This is great. I'm learning a lot today. This is fantastic.
So when you read like old books, it'll say like, and then he got so excited he ejaculated, and that means he went, "Buh!" It doesn't mean he ejaculated,
and it doesn't feel as good either.
It doesn't feel as good.
Yeah,
no, I've tried both.
So
and
it has to be just like a quick blurt. Like it can't be like somebody goes on and on and on, like, you know, prattling. Like it has to be like you couldn't use
what you
like,
just said.
He's been ejaculating for an hour. Like meaning that he's been blurting shit out for an hour. You can't do that. It's got to be just like a quickie.
So what you just said you have now coined the phrase, because from now on, I'm going to say if I have a large, long ejaculation or a long orgasm, I'm going to call it prattling. I prattled all over this lady. Oh, lady, I'm prattling. Oh, let me prattle on your face.
It sounds so much nicer, doesn't it? I prattled instead of because you say like I came. Oh, that sounds perverted, a little chauvinistic and sick. But now it's sweet. We prattled. Yeah. We both prattled together. I had a nice prattle with this lovely lady last night.
I love prattling Madeline home. That's one of my.
You know what they say? Look out, guys! Here comes prattling Madeline.
You know what they say? You know what they say in England? In England, they say, "I have arrived." That's what they say.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
Okay then.
I am arriving.
Thank you for letting me arrive. Would you like a spot of tea?
I am on time, Governor. So we've settled we know what cowgirl means, and we have created a new sexual dirty term called prattling.
There you go.
Which now I have something to do. Now I have something to do today when I get back or maybe here in the park. Who knows? But yes, that's good. It'll give me an excuse to wear my gloves. Yes.
Be prattling up and down the boulevard.
Heading down to Prattle Park with Charles Goonan.
I know a guy who's old. When he prattles, he rattles. Anyway, I can't help my own stuff. An old fellow.
Shit like that's gonna have me laughing all day.
Okay, so I just wanted to check in because I know it's kind of like at the end here. So I don't want to prattle all over your shit right now.
Ejaculating all over the time.
Thank you for ejaculating with us this morning.
Yes, I think I deserve an honorary degree now. Because I am now the teacher of the dirty words, and Sallie is the coiner of dirty words.
There you go, Dr. Charles Goonan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. For many years, I've been an amateur gynecologist, and now I am a doctor. Very good.
Practice.
Nice. All right, try not to get arrested in the park, pal.
All right, prattle on.
See ya. Charles Goonan. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. All right, it is time for us to go because we got to get out of here and let them set up for Felix. COVID Iron Chef Felix doing his thing today at 12:30.
Followed by Rich Rada.
Followed by Rich Rada doing Quarantine Life at 2:00. And then, of course, we have Zen Kuda Soul Space with Georgia at 6:30. Graz tonight at 9. We thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I'm still laughing. That was funny. Thank you, Charles Goonan, for calling in. Thank you, Carol Miner, for calling in. Thank you, Joe Stash, for calling in. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Sallie and I will be back again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Keep it locked at govsradio.com. A lot going on today.